Welcome back to Mac's Garage. As always, hit the like, share, subscribe, or whatever helps out at this point. I appreciate it. Today I'm standing here with my Ford 352 FE. Again, as I said last time, the 352, 390 should be basically the same procedures. I don't think there's really any difference assembly-wise between the two. In this video, we're going to be putting on the oil pump, pickup tube, timing cover, and the oil filter housing assembly, the adapter from the block to the oil filter. So not a ton of stuff going on today, but all very important things. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's stuff kind of laid out. We got our oil pump, the oil slinger I did not put on in the last video, a oil pump drive shaft, which is new. The one that was in here was bent. Timing cover with seal already installed. Oil filter adapter. Spacer for the crankshaft in between the everything and the balancer. Gasket for the oil adapter, the oil pump adapter, and over here I've got my pickup screen as well. Gasket for that. Gasket for the oil pump. That's actually the pickup tube. This is the oil pump. And cleaned up bolts ready to go. I have the engine upside down for this, and this is the only part you really need to be in here close for. This oil pump drive shaft has a stopper that keeps it from dropping through. It drops down into that hole. I don't know how well it's going to show up on camera, but there's a hole down there in the center of the distributor. That's where you want the that might have made it worse. That's where you want the oil pump drive shaft to go. So that drive shaft is driven off the bottom of the distributor, but if that spacer or stay is in the right spot, we can drop it in before everything's ready. So with the oil pump drive shaft installed, we're going to take our gasket. The one that goes on the pump has kind of an oval to it. I'm going to assemble it to the oil pump. As I drop this in, this slot here needs to engage the drive shaft while keeping everything lined up. And there it is, it just dropped home. So I've got my gasket in between the block and the oil pump. Kind of my recommendation is, if there was a gasket, use a gasket. If there wasn't a gasket, don't use a gasket. Most of these oil pumps will come with a gasket. Sometimes it's required, sometimes it's really not. Go ahead and just snug this up. So the torque spec on these, and one thing that I found, was 15 foot-pounds. However, these are a 3/8 bolt, and a 3/8 bolt at 15 foot-pounds is really not very tight. So I'm gonna go to 28, which is just kind of a nice grade 5 bolt torque spec. So I'm gonna go ahead, hopefully we don't crush our gasket out, snug that one up a little bit more. Okay, so there's 28 on that one. So those are both, and this is not the nicest fit here, but that's 28 and 28. So now we'll go ahead, since the pump is on, take our pickup tube and its gasket. This is a new pickup tube. It came with its own gasket. It's be easier to do the top one so it'll hang. Now the torque spec on these was not really given either, but it is a 5/16 fastener, so that means I'm going to torque it to 18 foot-pounds. Okay. I'll come back to this at the end of the video, but you're not done with the oil pump yet. While it's upside down, you really need to prime that, and it's pretty easy to do. There's actually a lot of different ways we can do it, but I need to get the oil filter adapter on before we can get into that particular situation. I'm just going to take this reasonably clean rag and lay it across the pickup screen so nothing gets dropped into it. Okay, our gasket has rear stamped on it, and if you line it up, all the holes line up really nice when it is lined up with rear. The oil filter housing itself goes with the stuff pointed, or with the oil filter pointed towards the top of the engine. So we'll start a couple of bolts here. These are 5/16 bolts, so we are also going to torque them to 18 foot-pounds. Okay, that wasn't a torque, that was just a snugging it down. I'm going to do that in a crisscross pattern before I really tighten them. Okay, so 18 foot-pounds. Okay, there's 2. With that oil filter housing on, I'm going to go ahead and install a filter. I'm actually, like, normally I would pre-fill a filter on an engine like this, but I have every intention of priming this oil system before we actually run it in the vehicle. So I'm going to leave the oil filter dry right now. That's just going to be so it doesn't drip back down through the engine when we turn it over backwards. Or, when we flip it back right side up. I don't think I'm going to have an oil pan on it here real soon. I'm still trying to decide what I'm doing with that. So there's our oil filter on our oil housing, or our oil filter adapter. There's still another piece up here that we need to install. That's the oil pressure gauge. This one has kind of a little bit different setup than a lot of them, but it's there. Okay, now on to our front cover. So we did not install this before in the other video with the timing chain, but it does need to go on here. There is a keyway. The keyway right now is pointed right about here. You just line that up and it slides down, and what that'll do is help to try to keep a little bit of the oil off the back side of this oil seal. Speaking of the oil seal, as with the rear main, we're going to take just a little bit of grease and goop it in there. Okay, I got our paper gasket here. This one's a little bit wadded up. It's going to be not super fun to get everything right on, but we're just going to drop it in here. Get a couple of these started. There are different size bolts on this timing cover. There are 3/8 and these are 5/16. They might be, yeah, they're 5/16. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of go through here, slowly start these. I am short one bolt. I was cleaning these on the wire wheel and one of them got away from me, and I have not found it yet, so I will. I'm just not there yet. So we're going to start the ones that I do have. Okay, so that one that I don't have is lined up really nice. It'll be easy to put back in later. So we're just going to go ahead and kind of snug these. I'm not actually going to bring them down all the way to where they touch. I'm just going to, or where the cover's tight, is I may need to move it a little bit. That is the wrong size. Alright. So I've got those all started and snugged. Now this can still move around quite a bit, as you can see. I'm going to take my adjuster sleeve, drop it on over the crank. I have to line up the keyway, and I'm going to drop that in. And what that's going to do is, before, like you can see, I can move this around a lot. So as I bring this in, it's actually going to center up the cover where it needs to be. Now it can still roll a little bit, but that does a pretty good job of centering up the cover. Just make sure that you're lined up with the oil pan rails side to side, which this one is. So now, with that in there, we can go ahead and snug down a couple more of these bolts, or a couple of these bolts. That's actually going to lock it in place. I'm going to go ahead, and just because I've already got it set there, I'm going to tighten these down to 18 foot-pounds, the 5/16 ones, and then we'll come back and hit the 3/8 ones at 28. So the 3/8 bolts are these bottom four, the 5/16 are the top four. Okay, so that's that. That slides in and out real nice and easy, which means the seal is in a good spot. Let's see, what else was I putting on in this video? Is that it? I guess that's kind of it. Let me grab the driver here and finish up one more thing. Okay, the last thing I'm going to do here in this video, I don't think there's anything else. I'm going to take a 1/4 inch deep well socket, a long extension, and a ratchet turned to loosen, I believe. We'll find out if I'm right here in a minute. And I'm going to thread that up, and there it is. So you can't really see it because of lighting, but now I am turning the oil pump counterclockwise because that's the distributor rotation in this engine. I'm going to take a little bit of the break-in oil we're going to run, and I'm going to dump that into the pickup screen. Oh, that was a little bit much. That's alright. And as I turn this, you may be able to watch it drop down in. What that's doing is pulling oil down this dipstick tube into the gears and priming the system. If you don't do this, there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can take this apart, fill it with gel. I prefer this way, so you're not pumping a bunch of junk that shouldn't really be in there through the engine. So put a little bit of oil in. You don't have to turn it real fast. Okay, so we'll just top it off. I'll just do that a couple of times. And that oil's going to go down into the pump. It's going to make its way into the filter. That's why we had to put the filter on. And you probably can't hear it, but I can actually hear it pumping into the filter, so that's kind of neat. If we put too much in there, we're going to get oil coming out the pressure port, which is on the outlet side of this. So we're going to kind of stop there. That's going to give it enough oil that when you submerge this pump in oil, it will start pulling. If it has nothing in it, it doesn't really create a good enough suction to pull oil up out of the pan. So what we've done there is primed the oil pump. So it now has oil in it. I guess there's one more thing I'm going to do in that video, and that is show you the oil pressure. I guess I could put that on too. So I guess I keep adding more. there's a couple things that we're gonna, actually I'm not gonna put that on because I want to paint this stuff with it off. So that's it then. If I'm not gonna put that stuff on here, we're done for right now. I'm gonna primer this engine. I may consider even painting it. That's gonna do it for this video. We've got the oil pump, pickup tube, drive shaft, oil filter adapter, oil filter, and front cover on. So that's a pretty decent amount of stuff, I guess. I've got some more things to clean and paint and do all that good stuff with. And as I get ready, I will make videos of assembling this engine. I also have a Petronix electronic ignition kit to put in the distributor. So the distributor would be just about ready to go, but I need to put that kit in there first. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hit the like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you later.